Oh, hi. I'm getting ready for my online gig tonight. Come with me. Welcome to the Launchpad. This is my home attic studio in Nottingham, and this is where I perform my live streams from. I've been doing one every month since last September, and I've been doing them more sporadically than that, but fairly consistently since 2013. It is 3:50 p.m, so I have 4 hours and 10 minutes. I will of course reserve those last 10 minutes for freaking out and hastily reapplying lipstick. So let's say I have 4 hours to set up. I don't have loads of equipment to set up, so it's not going to take 4 hours, but I do like to have a bit of time to run through every single song that I'm playing. But before all that, I have to set up the equipment, so I'm going to do that now, accompanied by an instrumental demo of the newest song I've been working on for my new Penfriend album, and this is going to be the title track. I'm just tidying up my pedal board. This pedal board has gone through many iterations. It used to be full of things, and now I'm just taking it back to the basics. These are the ones I'm using. I'm using Tuner, Analog Chorus, OCD for overdrive, and the Iridium by Strymon. And the Boss Gigcaster is the mixer that's sending all of this and vocals into the computer. And the whammy, I love the whammy, but I'm not using it at the moment. It's just sitting there because somewhere else to put it, really. And I start recording next week, so that's why I'm going to be putting all the pedals I actually want to use on here, getting them in the right order and things so that I can quickly dial in whatever sounds I want without all this kind of messing around, because it's this sort of thing that gets in the way of creativity. Right, is that a 9 volt as well? I think it is. The most important part is having the overdrive pedal where I can actually turn it on and off without messing about too much. That's my dream. I'm pleased with this situation, which is a simple IKEA trolley. I keep the Gigcaster on top. There's a bunch of cables inside, all neatly arranged, genuinely neatly arranged. And I keep other things that I need for my live streams in the different shelves. And I find that really useful. And it normally lives over there next to the synthesizers, and I just pull it out every time I'm doing a gig, which means the cable from here goes into the computer there. I don't need a super long cable because it's just right here. It also means I can easily adjust anything on here while I'm standing here doing my sound check. And then I'll stand here and I look this way, and that's where the live streaming camera is. There. So this is my view when I'm playing. This is my pedal board currently. And yeah, it's just a nice easy setup really. And because I've taken the time to put pictures up all around my room, finally, I get to enjoy the artwork of friends, the inspiration of Marilyn on the ukulele. And this is my octopus tattoo. It's a printout of the same thing that's on my arm. Even a little tiny garden. So that's it. I don't use the amps when I'm playing my online gigs because one, they're in the evening, and this is a party wall between my house and next door's, and it just seems a bit obnoxious to play very loud guitar through the wall at night time, and they have a little baby, so it just seems not cool. Also, the other main reason is that if I play through this, it's much harder to monitor my vocals. So it's mostly here for storage. Underneath is a bass cab, which I probably don't need ever again, but it's here for now, so I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet. And then here is a fan because it gets really hot up here. If it's hot outside, it's very hot up here. If it's cold outside, it's absolutely freezing up here. So I have this fan here, and I have a heater over here, which I don't need either of today. What's going on in this little world? I've had to do this in much smaller spaces before, so it's so lovely to have a little bit of room. Remember in my last but one room, I had to duck underneath all of the stands all the time to get things set up, but this is pretty decent. Yeah, nearly there. Time to pick a guitar. Which one should we go for today? I think I'll go for the Reverend today. It's chunky, but it's not heavy to hold, so it's really nice for playing for a decent amount of time. And just a small point, but quite an important one. This is beautifully in tune and I haven't played it for ages, so well done, Reverend. 1, 2, I have been wanting to up my Livestream guitar sound game for ages, and this one little pedal is doing it for me. Before I was going through my pedals into the Gigcaster and getting really nice sound already. It does a really good job. I just wanted a bit more beef to it. Sounds amazing in my ears anyway. And this is what it sounds like in the room. Incredible technology. I'm debuting this new song tonight at the live stream. I originally wrote it on piano, so I've just translated it to guitar for this. I live at the bottom of a well that's run dry. My thoughts rotate as I stare at the sky. A race to the finish that I'm happy to lose. The years are strangers now. It's me and you. We'll go through seasons together, kid, working out what the weather is, holding hands across the years of our lives while we take each other's side. We'll go through seasons together, love. Now we know we were always enough. Holding hands across the years, soaking up the tears, celebrate the rest of our time. Checking the lyrics. That's why I have this notebook here. Got it. I envy the person that I'm trying to be. You give me hope, tracing hearts on my body, consumed by the spirit of an anger unhold. I'll spend the rest of my life letting go. We'll go through seasons together, kid, working out what the weather is, holding hands across the years of our lives. Still we take each other's side. We'll go through seasons together, love. Now we know we were always enough. Holding hands across the years, soaking up the tears, celebrate the rest of our time. Together, kid, working out what the weather is, holding hands across the years of our lives. Still we take each other's side. We'll go through seasons together, love. Now we know we were always enough. Holding hands across the years, soaking up the tears, celebrate the rest of our time. minutes to go. Okay, it's time. Wish me luck. Good evening. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I underestimated the amount of time it would take to feed my headphones down the back of my sparkly dress and have been wiggling around trying to sort myself out. Step into the bathroom with me so you can see my face. Oh, that's bright. It's the day after my live stream. It's actually the end of the day. It's nearly tea time. And I spent most of the day putting together the live album, which I put together every month after I do my live stream. And there's a number of reasons that I'm really glad I record these things. Let's go in the other room because I fear that you can hear the toilet. The cistern is just sort of gurgling away, and that just feels like a bit of a weird sound to have in the background. One sec. That's better. I am standing in a dog bed now. Can we share? Anyway, yes, I'm feeling good about it now. And the reason is because I record every single live stream. It's something I've been doing for years. Ever since I started doing them in 2013, I've recorded them and I've released them as a free or pay what you can album on Bandcamp. So yes, recording the gig is just part of my workflow at this point. But what I find so valuable about it is that if I do have a night, like I had last night, where a few things went wrong, I have to listen to the gig that I've played. And so I have evidence if something really was as bad as it felt like it was at the time. And most of the time, what I've learned is it's not. Last night, I did have some gremlins. I had some sound gremlins. So I felt silly, felt a little bit under pressure, and I did laugh it off and I did continue and I figured out what was wrong and I fixed it and I ended strong. And I think that's really important for my sense of self-esteem and for an audience to witness, because I do think a huge part of performing live, whether the audience is right there with you or if they're, down an internet connection somewhere else, it's really important to exude some sort of confidence in what's going on. So I've always tried to do that. I've always tried to make this kind of protective force field that I'm exuding from my body, from my songs, from all of that. This is how I picture it when I perform. And whatever happens inside that bubble is fine. Nothing's gonna rattle me so much that I will show fear, nervousness, or a lack of control or anything like that. And there was a couple of things that happened yesterday that made me feel like maybe I didn't react in the calmest way, and I felt annoyed with myself. But actually listening back, it was fine. There was one song that I didn't play because I felt like I'd sort of run over the time slot allotted to me in people's minds, like the length that a live stream should be, which is a made up thing because, who's to say how long anything should be? I think people would have been perfectly happy to sit and listen to one more song. However, I've in the moment decided not to do my song Black Car. And then straight afterwards, as soon as I shut the live stream off, I thought, I'm annoyed with myself for not playing Black Car. That's not fair. It's like shortchanging people because I always try to do 8 songs at least. So I performed it then and there straight afterwards. And I've put that on as a bonus track onto this Bandcamp release. So I feel good about that. I feel much better about last night's gig than if I had not recorded it and I had not listened back to it and I had not made it into something for people. Because there was nothing wrong with my playing and singing. It's just there was one playthrough of a song where you couldn't hear the guitar and the vocals were coming through the computer instead of through the nice microphone. And the other thing was just at the beginning of the Q&A, I was talking and no one could hear me. So it was actually pretty easy to just cut around that and then do a little bit of EQ and mixy on the other stuff and make it into something nice. I achieved my goals this week of performing a live set and recording it and making it into something to put up on Bandcamp tomorrow. And all the other bits and bobs I'm working on at the moment are all ticking along as well, because I'm just doing little bits every day and making progress. And I'm delighted because I'm going to start recording my new album on Monday, right over there. But to do that, I need to pack down from the live stream and put everything back as it was so that I don't have any obstacles, physical or mental, in the way of getting started on Monday. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek behind the scenes of both before and after one of my live streams. Check the description box for a link to Bandcamp to go and pick up your copy of this live album. But do be aware it's only available for 10 days before I remove it from the internet. So if the link isn't down there for you anymore, that's why. Cheers.